Can you hear me now? This is the Canon G7X Mark II. I'll mix it up today. Let me show you my plants. These are my marigolds. Marigolds for Kitsy. These are coming along really well. And then I've got my gigantic sunflowers. Already looks like there's a worm. Looks like the worm's been eating that. Is there such a thing as a sunflower worm? I know they got them for tomatoes really bad. Those look good. That looks a little dry. That's a little peaked. That's it for the Mr. Green Thumb. I gotta tell you that it's really a lot of satisfaction in growing something from a seed. Now, I've still got these cat litter boxes. Thinking of maybe doing some container gardening where I can maybe plant a tomato where you don't have a lot of ground preparation and stuff like that. Alright, let's go out back. See you there in just a second. I'm going to start out in the sun today, hoping to get palm trees. One of these days I'm going to get this right, where I can get the palm trees there, a little bit of oak tree there. I'm going to say it. How's everybody doing? Oh, sun feels good. Angel, there's a butterfly. Did you see it go by again? What is it with these butterflies? I've got some echinacea seeds. You guys, I got some echinacea seeds. You know what that is. They sell it at the health food store. And it says 365 days to bloom. So I guess it's not exactly a mature plant until after about a year. But it's supposedly a perennial. Does that mean? That means that it stays around. Is that like a weed? I'm gonna have to move this so it's this way. Let me move this, you guys. This is pretty easy to level. I'm not gonna get the palm tree in there, I don't think. It's way over there. Because I'm in the sun today. What the heck is that? You guys hear that? What the heck is that? This is the HF M300 camera. You know, if I get to the side, if I put the camera to get the palm tree in, I'll have like a shadow on this side of my face, or on this side, So unless I'm facing directly at the sun, like this, I'll have shadows. Am I still recording? How's everybody doing? Is that like the third time I've asked you today? I'm obsessive compulsive when it comes to the bubble level on this. And thank goodness for these tripods. Uncle Joey had 2 of them, and both of them that he had were better than any of the ones I had. I had that smaller one that I paid like $7 for at Big Lots like 30 years ago. That's still a good tripod. Actually, it's on my bedroom workshop bench, because that's the one that holds the camera for the bedroom, the studio. But excellent deal for $7. It's heavy, it's metal, and nice not having to use the garbage can to put my camera on it. I think that's construction over at the electric substation over here. Is that what that is? I swear I won't cross my heart and hope to die, stick a needle in my eye, but I gotta get this weeds mowed here pretty soon. They're getting on my nerves. It's just that I get up so early. Technically I should get out here at 4 in the morning and mow my grass. Of course my riding mower's got headlights on it, but I don't think the neighbors would appreciate me going out there at 4 in the morning. What do you guys think? Do you guys got any neighbors that do stuff like that? So what do you think of my plants? I'll take some videos of them occasionally as they grow or not. The one in the bucket is like my test. It's like my test plant. I want to see if these things will do okay in containers. Because if they do, I only need to buy some fresh dirt. Yeah, who would think people pay money for dirt, right? And keep a couple of cat litter buckets handy. And I just need to find a way to what do you call it? To vent them on the bottom so that they drain. Which means I need some rocks, some little 1/2-inch pebbles on the bottom or something. Keeps the dirt from plugging the holes. That's what that's for, you know. But seems to be doing okay. I was going to plant the echinacea. I'm going to start those next in some little what do you call it, starter pots. See, those take like 3 weeks to break through the surface, germinate 3 weeks. So those must be slow growing plants. And I might just take the rest of the sunflowers and plant them along this back wall back here. I'll show you. Along that back fence. Just to this side of that outdoor bin is where Kitsy's buried. There's my palm trees. Gotta have palm trees, right? Especially if you have a pool. Gotta have palm trees out by your pool. It gives it that tropical air. I can remember growing up in Miami, going down to the Atlantic Ocean, and there were palm trees everywhere. What? What do you want? No, you can't have my lap. Does anybody want a cat? I'm asking if anybody wants to take you home. You just get a drink. Your mouth is wet. His mouth is wet. Yeah, come over here and pick up these fleas on you. Right? Good boy. He's a good kid. Still got to get him fixed, by the way. That's Sammy. If you tell me you want him, that other boy we got, just the long hair. His hair is like velvet. It's so smooth and pretty. That cat's got to be worth something. I got to start seeing if I can sell these cats. What do you think? I can get into the cat selling business. He's going to spray on the side of the pole barn, and he does it real high. You guys remember the time we were in Lake Wales at the mall? They had thought it was a panther, black panther, in a cage in the middle of the mall. And they had it roped off, you know, like 10 feet away so nobody could go up there and put their finger in his cage. And that thing backed up to the gate You guys were there, and it sprayed. I wonder if that was a girl or a boy. There's no way to tell, because I guess they both spray, right? But it squirted that pee. Must have been 20 feet. You guys remember that? If you're a grandkid watching this, yeah, that's right. They had these tigers at the mall. You know, a mall is like an indoor shopping area that's totally enclosed. It's a good place to go exercise when you're elderly. They have what's called the Mall Walkers Club, where a bunch of old people go in there at like 6 in the morning as soon as they open the doors, and they walk from one end of the mall to the other. And it's like all the way down and back is a quarter of a mile. So if you do like 8 laps, it's 2 miles. And the best part about it is you're in a climate-controlled environment. The ground's level. Don't have to worry about tripping. Don't have to worry about dogs. Don't have to worry about it getting hot or something like that. Of course, you're not getting any sun or outdoor air. I told you about the time I used to run up in the green swamp. I do 3 to 5 miles a day on my days off, and working 12-hour shifts. And I would run down the dirt gravel road all the way to Rockridge. I'd turn around and then run all the way back. I think it was 1.5 miles out and 1.5 miles back. And there was this black Labrador that would come out of this house on the gravel part, and it would harass the heck out of me. And I always carried, you know, dog spray. Spray that they give to post office people. No. And one day that dog ran out of its yard. The woman that owned it was in there. It was in the front yard, actually. And lady's in the front yard, and the dog runs out into the street and starts nipping at my heels, literally. And I've told you this story before. You're not going to get tired of me saying the same stories. Like Jim Howard. One guy commented on his channel, it's like General Hospital. You know, the drama of General Hospital. How many times he's told the story about the security guards there that got shot in Missouri. But anyway, the dog runs out to the street and starts nipping on my heels. I'm just running, right? Just jogging. And the lady, and I turn around with the spray, and the lady says, "You better not spray my dog." And about the time she said spray, I sprayed it. And it started sneezing and of course peeled off from behind me. She didn't curse or anything after that. I think that she realized that she couldn't control the dog, and it was out in the middle of the street, like threatening me that I had the right to defend myself. Yeah, he doesn't want to be over here. Oh, Sammy don't, because it's hot. It's in the sun. And I'm glad I did that video yesterday at the last minute. It wouldn't be a day without sirens, guys, would it? They're just always fidgeting. Thought I had a flea on me. Till the cat came over. The cat came over and picked up the fleas. Yeah, I sprayed that black Labrador. Normally Labradors aren't the type of dogs you have to worry about when you're out on a run. These might have been mixed with a pit bull or something. And but I always ran with a little can of spray just because of that dog. No other house in that 1.5 miles out and back would bother me. You'd think with all the people that had pit bulls that I would have had a problem. I don't think that spray works on pit bulls, does it? Sounds like they're breaking up the sidewalk, doesn't it? We heard a siren, but it was only for a second. Yeah, I'll keep you up to date on the plants. This will be vlog number 417. Close to it. Using these old 15-year-old camcorders, you guys. using vintage stuff. Eventually the big thing on YouTube will be 4K. You know, they do have a lot of 4K now, but it's not that popular. Pretty much 90% of the videos I would think you can watch in a 1080p. Most people don't have a 4K monitor or TV, and they just watch on like their phone and stuff. So it doesn't have to be 4K. So 1080p is the way to go. And these old camcorders for now fit the bill. I just got to remember to put the video off the other camera in front of this one. I'm trying to think of some other problems I had on the run out there. Usually I'd go early enough in the morning, right after first light when it's cool, and I didn't have a problem with traffic or people going down the road making big clouds of dust or anything like that. It'd probably be ideal to find a track or to do it at work and go down and run around Lake Morton and back. I've done that before when I was at work on the midnight shift at 4 in the morning. I would take my lunch break and I'd go for a run about 2 or 3 miles, come back. And still sometimes you can see people out there running at 2 or 3 in the morning, and usually those are firemen or policemen. I guess it may not be firemen. Flea. I had a flea on me, guys. Yeah, our indoor cats have fleas, and it's because I take them in the house with me. The fleas, not the cats. I put on a new pair of pants after working in the yard yesterday planting those seedlings. And I forgot to spray these pants with cutter, insect spray. Sometimes when I see lots of fleas on my legs, I'll actually spray them with the roach and spider killer. See, that's a C-130 I hear, and it's up so high you can't see it. Actually, there's a jet up there. That video of the one I did the other day actually came out pretty good, so I'm going to have to, if it was sooner, I would take it down and try to take a video of it. I'll get in the habit of doing that. The cardinals are here. The weeds are blooming. It's time for allergy season. Spring has sprung. March was the first day of spring. Remember what signifies the first day of spring? That's the day that my brother passed away. March 21st. 20th or the 21st. I want to say it's the 21st. And it's the first day of spring. Passed away at 8:32, I think, at night on the 17th Street Causeway Bridge. I think he was still breathing when he got to the Broward General Hospital. But it's that which they call agonal breathing. That's because the center part of your brain that controls your heart rate and breathing is the last part of your body to die. And that's why a lot of times, even with cancer patients, and I suppose with cats too, when they put cats down, there's a certain amount of agonal breathing, even though they're unconscious. And it's distressing to watch. You know, with the dogs I've had put down, total of 3, Duke, Casper, and Duke, Casper, and Cooter. You know, when they injected that stuff, their heads drop and they're instantly gone. But with Kitsy was the first cat I had to have put down, and he was out of it to begin with because they shot him full of propofol. His eyes were dilated this big and round, and his tongue was hanging out, but he was awake. He wasn't feeling any more pain. I'm so happy, because I felt so bad that he was so sick that night. I was at work, and in the morning I just had to get him in and have him put down. And of course the emergency vet clinic closes like at 6 in the morning. So when I got off at 7, I had to wait for an appointment, thank God. at 10 a.m. I just got slapped in the face by a stick. Say thank you, God. And you can thank God for the things you suffer along with the things you enjoy. Then you know that you're making progress, you guys, on the road to holiness. Usually I'll say something like, for whatever reason, God, you wanted me to get slapped in the side of the face just now. Thank you for getting my attention. I got a flea in my shirt, you guys. It's a dead flea now. That's about it for today. 20 minutes. I bored you enough. If you're my children, if you're in the future and your grandchildren, I'm your grandfather. My blood flows through your veins, or at least part of it. If they were to test me, test you, they would find a match DNA-wise. But there would be, I guess, elements of DNA that would be a perfect match. Isn't that the way it goes? Well, my grandfather, who died almost 100 years ago, 1937, I wonder if his DNA, they were to recover some of it, somehow they could match it up to us today. And somehow they figure out you're a distant relative or something, or a close relative. By how many signifiers or how many markers they can find at certain points in the strand, right? Well, I think I've said enough today. Grandchildren and children of the future. Peace, tranquility, and faith in God. Have thee, my children, my sisters and brothers in our Lord Jesus Christ. I love you guys. Thanks for spending time with me today. I'll get in and get this edited and uploaded. And care of your furry friends, take care of each other, and most of all, take care of yourself, especially your mental health. Eventually, I'm hoping that they'll have a universal health care just for mental health, right? They'll put a 1 penny tax on something so that we can have universal mental health. They can have free mental health clinics. Wouldn't that be nice? And it could be just the start of something good. But it would solve probably a whole lot of problems we have that are related to mental health. So take care of your mental health, everyone. All right? Children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, take care of your mental health. Call in and take a day off once in a while. And make a doctor's appointment. Tell them a week in advance you're going to need a day off. And make sure you take care of it. Their money can wait. Your customers can wait. Everything in the world can come to a standstill because you're more important than that. I love you guys. Thanks again. May God allow us to be reasonably happy in this life. Supremely happy forever in the next. Aloha means hello and goodbye in Hawaiian. Aloha.